Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Egan, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm Flavor these series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I'll go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. Sushi! But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, oh yeah, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, though? Well, just so happens to be my J-Man shirt. Yeah, it's a very cool shirt. I love this shirt, man. If you're unfamiliar with J-Man, though, he is a musical artist, most commonly associated with the band Mushroomhead. For a very long time, he was one of the frontmen of the band. He's also a founding member. He kind of went off and on a little bit, and at the time I'm doing this, he's been off from Mushroomhead for a few years now. He's worked a lot with the band The Killer's Confession, that I've been fortunate enough to actually see live. Got to see him perform with them, and that was very, very cool. And then he's also, got other stuff. I think he has another thing. I think it's called 216 or something like that. I forget off the top of my head, but the guy's always working. I think he's an incredible artist. Like I said, I have seen him perform live. If you happen to be interested, I have videos of said performance. They're on the channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as his music goes, because I think the guy's super badass. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? It is sushi, and it happens to be... Boom! It's this! But what is this? This is from Mariano's, by the way, which is a chain of supermarkets. They're owned by Kroger, but they're, an Illinois thing. So, this is their Red Dragon Maki Sushi. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, okay. Now, what with this being from a Illinois establishment, it's going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just local spots. And yeah, I've reviewed some sushi and stuff from Mariano's in the past, and typically I think they have some good stuff. So, let's try out some Red Dragon Maki. Alright. Cute. And let's get a thing for the thing here. It looks like that. And we'll kind of just go. And I forgot to bring, I forgot to grab chopsticks. So we're just going to do this the slutty way. I apologize to the fine people of Japan. Oh, that's tasty. I had a hankering for sushi today. I was going to go over there and order for some sushi from this one local spot that I like. It's been a little bit since I've been there. And the last time I was there, their prices were lower. And that's not me shitting, hey, everybody's raised their prices, but it was like, so I'll get to them another day when I'm feeling a little bit more baller. So today we're going with supermarket sushi, which is fine. It's fine. So it looks like, I'm guessing it's like shrimp tempura in there, and then it's got like a kind of a glazed sauce on it. It's nice, it's got that seafood vibe to it, but critically, it's not overly seafoody. As much as I love seafood, and I do, you don't want your seafood to taste like the fucking sea. If that's the case, chances are something probably went bad, or at least it's close to it. But that's definitely not the case here. Yeah, that's really tasty. I like the shrimp flavor. And again, I appreciate it's like I said, it's got I'm guessing like sort of a tempura kind of thing, so you get a little bit of a textural element to it. Plus, it kind of gives it just a little something extra to bite into. As for like the saucy glaze, reminds me a little bit of like a teriyaki, but like a kind of a scaled down teriyaki, not as sweet, although there's a little sweetness. It almost has kind of a fruitiness to it. I don't know, maybe almost something like a hoisin sauce. I'm gonna say more on the teriyaki side, but again, I do think it's something slightly different because again, it has kind of a fruity aspect to it, but it's not overly sweet or anything. It even has a little bit of a kick to it, not like crazy or anything, but there's definitely a little something there on the back end. Um, just gives it a little something something. I really like this. I mean, I like sushi anyway. I'm a big fan of sushi. Um, I always found it funny that my dad was the one who got me into seafood. He was a big fan of seafood, but he could never really get into sushi. Like he still kind of had that old prejudice from sort of his generation when it came to sushi, where it's like raw fish, and it was like, motherfucker, it's fish. You like fish? I don't know, but no, that's good. I like it. Um, I mean, I wouldn't say it's anything holy shit spectacular or anything, but it's nice tasting sushi, and it's nice to have grown up in an environment where the quality of sushi has become as such that even supermarket sushi is pretty good. But two questions have to be asked: would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Um, Fuck it, sure and sure. Like I don't have any problem with it. Um, there's genuinely like I've certainly had way better sushi. There can be a little bit more depth, a little complexity, and I've had some where just the quality of the seafood or the fish was as such that it was really something striking and pretty spectacular. This isn't that. It's supermarket sushi, but I do think that Mariano's, in terms of supermarket sushi, I do think that they're one of the better places, and genuinely speaking, this is tasty. It's good. It hits the way I want it to hit. So no, yeah, it wouldn't have been as good as if I'd gone out to, the actual sushi place I want to go to, but it'll more than tide me over and keep me happy. And if I'm recommending it, I mean, obviously you got to kind of live in I guess you could visit, but you got to be sort of in an area with a Mariano's. But, if you've ever been in a Mariano's and you've looked at their sushi section, nope, can't do it more than once. Maybe you've been like, oh no. I mean, I've never had anything bad from there. Again, it's not going to fully substitute for the real deal, but it's tasty. It tastes like sushi, and if you like sushi, it's not bad. But 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly sushi-tastic rest of your life. Because again, sushi is really good. Again, if you're of older generations, maybe it's a little bit daunting. But yeah, fair enough, I guess. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your take on sushi? Like I said, I certainly within my lifetime, I have seen the acceptance of sushi in the middle of America go up substantially. You know, we're not talking California or New York, you know, the trendy parts of the country. I mean, granted, I live near Chicago, and Chicago. Um, I don't know how, you know, it's going in certain parts of Iowa or whatever, but you know, like I said, I'm very happy to see it again, having grown in acceptance. But I do still know people who just flat out have no interest in it. You know, probably haven't ever had it, but they still just, again, they have those old prejudices against it. But anyway, let me know.